Good morning. It's Sunday morning, afternoon now. I'm at Lake Bob Sandlin, and I'm gonna go take a hike, get out, enjoy nature. So come on with me. So what are you doing during this coronavirus? I like to get out and hike. You know, for the most outgoing extrovert, I think we all still have some kind of a introvert thing in us, because sometimes I just like to get out, be alone, be out in the wilderness, communing with God, seeing all His beauty. When you're out hiking, you get to go places that not everybody gets to see. So it's good for my soul. So this is some trying times we're in now. And you know, a lot of worship services around have been canceled, and people are taking to worship individually, and you know, they hard to even gather anywhere now. Maybe just doing it by families. So that brings up something. When I was at Fort Drum, my first active duty station, 4 years, upstate New York. You know, there were a lot of times we'd be out in the field for 3 weeks. Now, I'm a church-going guy. I like to be around church, and I believe, you know, Christianity, it's all between us and God, but I still think we have to worship with other Christians. There's plenty of examples in the Bible where Christians met, worshiped God, fellowship with one another. And matter of fact, when I got out of Fort Drum, I did my 4 years, and I decided, maybe I need to get out. I'm not able to go worship every Sunday. I grew up in a real strict church where you had to be there every Sunday. After reading some things like Cornelius, he was a soldier, he was a centurion. If he can be a Christian, then I can still be a Christian and be a soldier. So I went to Fort Campbell, did another 3 years. So I had this history where I went through that in time of trying to figure out, you know, what is my purpose and how can my career involve Christianity as well. So apart from worshiping in a worship assembly, yeah, there are many times that you can't do that. And so some of you, I see a lot of posts, I miss church, I miss being around people, and we all do. But I think what we have to realize is, for a little while anyways, we have to find how to worship, you know, our own selves. I mean, we have examples. Like I said, Cornelius, you know, Peter was sent to go and bring the word to him, and his whole house got baptized. So, you know, did he go to church somewhere? They didn't have them established, did they? Look at Job. Just read the whole book. This guy had everything taken from him. He had his friends coming over. His wife cursed God and died. Talk about being alone, but still being able to worship God. That was Job. So it can happen. It can happen. We can get through this. And Acts 16:25, remember Paul and Silas in jail? So they even worship God around all these other convicts and all. And there's stories about them where they were alone, wasn't able to go to the assembly and stuff like that. In Acts 2:46, we saw, I'm going uphill now, we saw where the Christians met daily in the temples was breaking bread house to house. Now, we can't go house to house during this time. Okay, I got it. And we're not going to meet daily in the temples, go to church. But that was still times where they broke up into smaller groups because they went house to house. So even if it's just your family, still take the time to worship God and do like you were going to church. We had a nice service this morning in our church. We stream the sermons or have it on YouTube. So it was a nice little sermon this morning. So you can still worship and all that. That doesn't take away that we miss everybody. We do. But one thing that comes to mind is that we have to do something. And I think part of that is we got to have positive thoughts in all this. When we sit at home, there's an old English proverb, the idle mind's the devil's workshop. And when we sit at home and we're missing everybody, we can't go out, everything's off the shelves, we can't get what we want to at the store, and we're worried. Well, stop thinking the negative. Get on. Just think about positive things. Philippians 4 verses 8. Finally, brethren. No, it's finally, brothers and sisters. Whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable. If anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think on these things. Don't let your idleness and negative, hit you and be thinking and dwelling on that. Think of good things. Think of positive things. Everybody has a phone. Pick up your phone and call some of your friends and talk to them. There's other ways. I see a lot more people interacting on Facebook now, so yeah, make some posts, interact with people. We still need that because we're people. Love every one of you. Peace, joy, love. May God bring you all of these in your life. Sometimes they're there, you just need to look for them. But God truly is wonderful, and He's blessed me. So I'm about halfway through. I'm at the trout pond there at Lake Bob Sandlin. So some of you may ask about this. The state parks, most of them are still open. Go online and you can pay for your day pass or overnight pass, whatever's open. Check for availability. You can pay for it and go. And when you go up to the window, show them your printout and they'll give you the thing to put on your window. They're not taking any cash or credit cards because of the coronavirus stuff and keeping social distancing. But I encourage you to get out, enjoy some communal time with God and just this wonderful creation around. The birds are out singing. It's not a sunny, beautiful day. It's kind of overcast, but that still don't take away that it's just wonderful being out here. And just the waterfalls from the little rain we've had, it's just awesome. And you don't have to hike the whole thing. Just come out to a park and you can just do a little bit. You can go 100 yards in and still see some neat things that you wouldn't have seen otherwise. But just remember in all of this, life is up and down and up and down and up and down, just like a roller coaster. You've had highs and you've had lows. And every time you've been in a low spot, you've came out of it. Am I wrong? Every time you've had a high spot, don't get proud and all, because at some point you're going to go into a low spot. So I guess I just pray that you'll find a good fit and trust in God. You'll find it, and we'll get through this as a nation, as a world, as individuals. We'll all get through this. Just communicate with one another to fill in them gaps. Like I said, use your cell phones, get on social media, and just message people that you hadn't talked to in a while. See how they're doing. And look, I'm going to finish this hike. I'm about halfway through. I'm going to finish it up. So y'all just be blessed and have a a wonderful week. And until we can all meet again, God bless.